Hey guys, it's Kevin again. This can be another classic movie review for you guys. This time reviewing to you a movie that I don't really think is a classic, however, it is a very important movie that I really wanted to review for you guys. It's the 1996 courtroom drama classic, Primal Fear. Now, Primal Fear, I didn't know too much about this movie. However, I watched this movie for two reasons. One, I heard this movie has a really great twist that you don't see coming, and I didn't know what the twist was, but I heard there's a very big twist, and you need to watch the movie because because the twist at the end is great. Two, it's the movie that launched Edward Norton's career, so I was really looking forward to it because of that. So I watched Primal Fear, and overall, what did I think of the movie? This movie was very good. It's not perfect, but it is a very good movie that I do recommend you guys definitely check out. So, Primal Fear, in case you guys don't know, is basically about, what is Primal Fear about? It's basically about this guy, played by Richard Gere, Martin Vale, who, he is a defense attorney, and he is defending this, altar boy named Aaron, played by Edward Norton. And basically, Aaron was charged murdering in his archbishop. And basically, he has to try to prove why he is, not guilty and not sentence him to death. Because they're going to sentence him to death. And they're going to give him the death penalty, basically. However, at the same time, Laura Linney's character, Janet Venable, is, his prosecutor. Is his ensuing case against prosecutor. And they kind of have a little bit of history because Richard Gere and because Martin and Janet have a history together. And basically they both have to try to prove why he is innocent. And that's basically what the movie's about. So, yeah, that's what the movie's about, and let's just get to, the movie. First of all, let's get to the acting in this movie. The acting is awesome in this movie. I thought the acting was very, very good in this movie. Richard Gere as, Martin Vale, I don't know if this is my favorite performance from him, but I definitely think it is up there with his best performances. He did a very good job in this movie, gave a very good performance. I really enjoyed his acting in this movie. I like seeing that he really wanted to help Aaron out. He really wanted to show to him that he, was just a crazy kid because, he was just a crazy kid who had, like, a split person, who, had some problems, and basically, I basically just wanted to help him, and I was happy that he was just trying to help him. I thought he did definitely a very good job with that. But by far the best in this, Laura Linney also was very good in the movie. I thought she was really good. There are points, when I really liked her character. What I didn't really care about the movie, I didn't really care so much about, her and, Martin having, like, a past history. I didn't care so much about that. But I did like the scenes in the courtroom. She was very good in any scene in the courtroom where she was trying to defend Aaron. She was very good in those scenes. By far, though, the best in this movie is Edward Norton. Wow, is he great in this movie. He is fantastic in this movie. Like, this was definitely... This is why this movie launched his career, as I said. He became very, very good. He became a very well-known actor after this movie. Later he'd go on to do things like Fight Club and American History X, but before any of those movies happened, he did this movie. And I thought he did a very good job in this movie. I liked how, he kind of has to play a dual role in this movie because, supposedly he has a split personality disorder, and he's basically crazy because of his father, who made him crazy. But, Edward Norton was actually nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie. He definitely does deserve it because he's very, very good in this movie. I thought he did a very good job. I really liked his acting in the movie. He was just very, very good in the movie. I thought he was really, really awesome. The directing was very good. Gregory Hoblit directed this movie, and he did a good job. I thought he definitely did a good job with this movie. However, my problem with this movie comes from the editing. The editing was a little choppy at times. I felt like there were some scenes that were kind of boring. The movie is 130 minutes, and it's fine that it's that long, but there were some scenes that were like, okay, fine, I don't really care about this, I just want to get to another courtroom scene. There were scenes that I just was not as interested in. I really just liked the courtroom scenes. Those are the best scenes in the movie by far. I'm just like, alright, come on, can we move it up a little bit? I was interested in the story, so that's what matters. I was interested in the story, and that's what matters. I really liked Edward Norton's character. My only problem with the movie is sometimes when he is not on the screen, when Edward Norton's not on the screen, the movie is kind of boring, and that's a little bit of a problem, not too much of a problem, but just a little bit of a problem. But now, let's get to, also, the cinematography was also very good in the movie. I thought they did a very good job with that. But let's get to the spoilers in the movie. Now, this movie has a major twist. So, if you guys have not seen this movie, there's a reason why I said with major spoilers on this video, because really, they are major spoilers. There's a reason why I said that. Because if you guys find out this twist before you watch this movie, there's no point in watching this movie. There's no point. And basically, let's just get to the twist. So as we know, we find out at the very end of the movie, he makes it, basically we find out at the end of the movie that Martin was fooled the entire time. And, I just thought there was a really great twist the way he did that. Basically, he thought that Aaron was this crazy kid who had a split personality, but it turns out that there was no Aaron. It was Roy all along. His name was Roy. He did murder his archbishop. He knew what he was doing. He was not crazy. He fooled everybody. And, he's not crazy. He was not crazy the entire time. He was putting on an act, basically trying to get sympathy, basically trying to get him to feel sympathy for him, and he fell for it. And you know what? I thought that was a fantastic twist. After that, I'm like, okay, this movie is awesome. I love the twist at the end of this movie. I just felt like it worked so well in the movie. The scene where he was, basically telling him, I can't remember anything, and then he told him that he was hoping that he didn't break, Janet's neck, and then, Martin came in and he's like, what did you just say? And then, he says, so there never was a Roy, and, there never was a Roy, and Aaron's like, oh, well, there never was an Aaron. Well, you are so dense. There never was an Aaron. It was Roy the entire time, and I just thought that was a fantastic twist. I really loved that about the movie. I thought they did a very good job with that twist. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie by far, was the twist at the end. They just did such a good job with that twist, and that's definitely the best part of this movie, is the twist. You don't see it coming. I never saw it coming. I didn't, and that's a good thing. That's why you don't look up anything about this movie, or else you're gonna get that spoiled for you. Just don't look up anything else. And I just thought that was an awesome twist right there. And again, I did not suspect it at all. I just thought this was some crazy kid who had a split personality. I was fooled. You watch this movie, you're gonna be fooled. That's how this movie works. You're just gonna be fooled by this act, because, this kid's just putting on an act. We find that out at the end of the movie, that he's just putting on an act, and he just wanted everyone to feel sympathy for him, and that's why he did it. So, yeah, I thought that was definitely very, very well done. I was very surprised that happened, and that was just very, very big. Now, as far as Laura Linney's character go, she did lose her job and everything. I felt bad for her character, but at the same time, she kind of, I really don't know why after that we don't see her character. The movie does not particularly end happily. It kind of ends with Martin saying, oh no, what have I done wrong? And basically what the movie's trying to say is, I don't know what the movie's really trying to say, but that's basically how the movie ended, and I just thought that was a really great ending, the way they ended it. It's kind of like, what do you guys think happens next? He kind of realizes that he was completely wrong about this person, and I just thought that it was a very, very great twist, and I love the twist in the movie. That was by far the best part of the movie, was the twist. The twist was fantastic in the movie. Now, the other thing that I do want to talk about in this movie, I want to do a little bit of analysis to this movie. Basically, at the end of the movie, we don't know what ends up happening to Roy. We just see him yelling from the jail cell, and basically we don't know what happens next. Now, if he really wanted to go through with this, how did he really put on this whole act, I think one of the ways he did definitely was that sex tape. I think in that sex tape, him and his girlfriend made it seem like they did not want to have sex, when the whole time, yes, they did want to have sex, basically. We don't know if we didn't find out the sex tape thing was real or not. We didn't find out if he staged the sex tape thing and made it seem like the Archbishop was forcing them to do it, or if if the Archbishop was really forcing him and his girlfriend to have sex, and we didn't really find out about that, so That's my only problem with this movie, is we don't find out about things that we really wanted to find out about once that twist is revealed. We don't really find out anything else. And that was the only problem with me with this movie. I feel like that should be like the big climax, and then the rest of the movie is basically, I feel like there should be more after that, but there's really not. And that was my main problem with this movie, was I feel like there should have been more after. I feel like the movie just ended suddenly, and that was a problem for me. Everything leading up to it, I really enjoyed. I liked the courtroom scenes. I liked everything leading up to it. But before that, you know, when they revealed that thing, it was just like, well, that kind of sucks. I mean, I was hoping there'd be something more, but there wasn't, unfortunately. And that's my only complaint with this movie. This movie is not perfect. However, I do recommend you guys really check it out for the twist and for Edward Norton's performance, because this is the performance that launched his career. If Edward Norton's one of your favorite actors, which he definitely is one of my favorite actors, he's not my favorite actor. I'll tell you guys who my favorite actor is when I review a movie from that actor, but he definitely is up there with my favorite actors. He's one of my favorite actors by far, and I highly recommend you guys check out Primal Fear. It is a very good movie, but it is a little slow at times, but it is very good. Alright, so that's been my review of Primal Fear. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be for another classic movie review, because I'm going to try to review 2 movies for you today, so I'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.